Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep the action going. It is now time for the IHWE Super Junior Showcase match. He is the centerfold, Mathew!
Well, Nigel, this is the match that these fans have been waiting for all night. Two of the finest junior heavyweights in all the state of Texas.
I can't disagree with that statement at all, Robo. Centerfold Matt Palmer, James Johnson, both of them are excellent, excellent competitors. Of course, my preference is the centerfold, Mathew Palmer, because, well, what else can you say about the man? He is simply irresistible.
Well, he's certainly come a long way since his entry into professional wrestling just a couple of short years ago. I've seen him in action in several different promotions, and, well, certainly likes to showboat, but make no mistake about it, he can deliver in the ring.
I love you so much.
And his opponent has been around wrestling in Texas for some. Wherever he appears, one of the more popular competitors, and he certainly has the moves to back it all up. From the top rope, from the floor, from the mat, any way you want to take it, Gigolo James Johnson is someone who can deliver the goods in and out of the ring. Now wait just a second. Yeah, I think we're going to need that. Matt Palmer, for some reason, grabbing one of the videotapes off of our table. Not sure what he had in mind. But in any case, this is going to be an outstanding contest, because no matter what you think of either competitor personally, you've got to believe this is going to be an outstanding match. But Mathew Palmer has just sat down in the stands, and he's having himself a cool drink.
Well, I think that kind of tells you, Rob Moore, exactly what Mathew Palmer is thinking about his competition with James Johnson. Apparently, he's not worried about the Gigolo one little bit.
Well, apparently not, and now Gigolo going over to the audio table.
All right. First off, how's everybody doing tonight? All right, here's the deal. David Fuller and Knight called me. They said, you know what's missing from North Texas wrestling? I said, what? I said, maybe some dancing? They said, well, yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. So I was like, okay, what? And they said, good, fast-paced cruiserweight wrestling. Fast-paced cruiserweight wrestling hasn't been seen in a while, they said. So they wanted Gigolo James Johnson to come in and give them the whole face. And they wanted to see the old face. One thing, first and foremost, Mathew Palmer here in the centerfold was walking around backstage, telling everyone that he was the future of the business. It's true. That he's got the looks, the speed, he's got the intelligence, he's got the intensity, and he's ready to go above everyone else to the big time. Well, you know what? You know what? Mathew Palmer's right. He's got the speed. He's got the intensity. He's got the quickness. He's got that what's it called? That kind of strange kind of walk where he shakes his hips. Kind of a little bit different. I mean, he's got not just pricks of Hollywood. And I mean, he gets a discount on players because his boyfriend is the head. Okay? Look, man, all joking aside, you may be in the future, but this is the here and now. And in the here and now, Gigolo James Johnson's gonna put you on that. 1, 2,
Boy, what a monologue there from Gigolo James Johnson concerning centerfold Matt Palmer, and look out, Palmer charging in, and Johnson was ready for him. But he wasn't ready for that elbow. Johnson wasn't ready for that elbow. Palmer going up to the top rope, and oh my goodness, that just about split him in two. And now we're seeing some Ride 'em Cowboy, and now Palmer, he is hurting for certain. And now Johnson's got him. Oh, an inverted atomic drop. And now Johnson with a full atomic drop, and there goes Palmer out to the floor.
If landing legs spread crotch first on the top rope didn't make it a painful, beautiful by Gigolo James Johnson right on top of the centerfold Matt Palmer. I don't know how Palmer is going to be able to continue after that.
I don't know either, but Johnson just threw him back in the ring. He's certainly not done with him yet, not by a long shot. Oh, Palmer, though, snapping Johnson's neck on that top rope, and now it's Johnson who's got to do some recuperating. Oh, let's see what Palmer's going to do now. Oh, and a climax kick from out of nowhere. Nobody expected that, least of all Matt Palmer. And now let's see if Johnson's going to go for the O-face right here. Top rope, missile dropkick variation, and Palmer is down, trying to scramble back to his feet, and it is Johnson on the offensive, charging in, but oh, look at that. Great agility coming onto that. Oh, Hurricane Rana by Johnson.
One thing you have to say about these kinds of matchups, it doesn't matter which competitor you prefer, there is always going to be electricity when you get the likes of Mathew Palmer and James Johnson together in the ring.
Indeed, the hallmark of the junior heavyweight or cruiserweight division, whichever you care to call it. High flying, aerial acrobatics, plenty of agility, and now Palmer apparently wants to make up with Johnson. I'm not so sure I trust him with that. Crossing his heart even. And now Johnson with a wrist lock and giving it a pump handle action, another pump handle, and putting a wrist, another twist on the wrist, that is, and now it is Johnson, a very basic and elemental wrestling hold being used now as Palmer tries to get over to the corner, and he does, so the referee's going to have to force Johnson to break. Well, Palmer went in with the right hand, but Johnson met him with one as well. And now a reversal of the Irish whip. Johnson up and over, and a head scissors. Oh, what a kick, though, by Palmer. And let's see what Palmer's going to do now. Oh, drops him face first.
Oh, too pretty. That was a beautiful face buster, well thought out by Matt Palmer. Took just a little bit of moment to get himself back in the driver's seat.
Only a 2 count there for Mathew Palmer. I think this is going to go a little ways longer at least before we see anybody out of it enough to get pinned here.
I can't agree with you more there, Rob Moore. I mean, let's face it, if you take a look at the 2 competitors that we've got in the ring right now, both of them are very well known for their high-flying antics in the ring, but both of them seem to be working.
Oh, look out, 1, 2, and only a 2 count. Johnson able to kick out.
As I was saying, both of them seem to be working on wearing their opponent down. They're not so much focusing on the high-flying, the lucha libre style. They're going straight towards dismantling their opponent so that they can get that 1, 2, 3 count.
And now Palmer climbing up the ropes, apparently going for an aerial maneuver once he finishes wiggling his hips. A big elbow drop, and that's got Johnson in all kinds of hurt right now, and Palmer jawing with the fans once again. The fans are jawing right back. And look at that, a double knee cover, 2, and only a 2 count. Johnson able to turn enough to get his left shoulder up. And now Palmer continuing on the offensive against Johnson, firing in a right hand. Thing about Mathew Palmer, I've been seeing him from the very beginning of his career, and he had a little different attitude starting out, but over time it got to where he was believing his own press clippings, reading about how great he was, how well he was doing, and he said, you know what, I am that great, and I'm greater than everybody else. But look at this, sunset flip by Johnson, 2, and only a 2 count there. Big knee by Palmer.
I'm going to say, Rob Moore, despite what you...
Oh, look at that, 2, and only a 2 count.
Despite what you might think about the centerfold Matt Palmer, whether he's believing his press clippings or not, you can't deny the fact that the centerfold Matt Palmer is just the superior wrestler. I mean, look at everything that he's done so far. From the second half of this match, he has been clearly in the driver's seat, doing everything he can to put the Gigolo James Johnson away.
Well, it looks like he was going for a submission, but instead he put the shoulders down and went for the cover, but referee only able to count a 2 on Johnson. Johnson, once again, getting the shoulder up, only keeping that count to a 2. Once again, a 2 count, and Johnson, look at that, a tremendous bridge, and now he twists Palmer over and he gets out of that predicament. What a move by Palmer, I gotta say. And now Palmer still upright, still on the offensive against Gigolo. Gigolo unquestionably the more popular of the 2 as far as talent-wise. It's very hard to differentiate between the 2 as Palmer continues to work on the man with the O-face, James Johnson. And now Palmer, crotch lift and right across the knee, a gut-buster over the knee of Mathew Palmer. And now Johnson is in some serious trouble.
Rob, I don't understand how you could even possibly think. I don't know how you could possibly think to even suggest that James Gigolo Johnson might be anywhere near the caliber of performer that Mathew Palmer's. I mean, take a look at who's in the driver's seat right now. You're not seeing any more of his little flying around the ring, not hearing anybody scream for his O-face. No, you've got the centerfold Matt Palmer.
A spinning neckbreaker by James Johnson, and now both men are down. Johnson putting a stop to the offensive of Mathew Palmer, and let's see who's going to get up here. The referee with the count on both men. Both men struggling to get up. It's been a tough physical contest thus far. Palmer up first, delivering a stomp. And let's see what the centerfold can do here. Oh, went for a quebrada, and Johnson moving out of the way just enough for Palmer to hit the mat, and now a kip up, and Johnson looks like he's getting a second win here. A succession of clotheslines on the centerfold. Spinning heel kick by the Gigolo, and now let's see what he's doing. He's in the ropes, and now he's going for the same move. He lands it, he hits it. 1, 2, and oh, only a 2 count. Palmer able to kick out. What a physical contest this has turned into.
Well, certainly it is a physical contest, Rob. One of the things that you have to expect when you come to any promotion and you see the likes of James Johnson and Mathew Palmer, you have to expect to see everybody flying and every bit of fight either one of these men have.
And now Johnson on top of Palmer in the corner, delivering right hand after right hand. Oh, he's calling for quiet. Oh my goodness, you could hear that one through the front doors of this arena. And now Palmer, I think the only reason he's still upright is because he's hanging on to the ropes. And now Johnson setting up, charging in, but oh, look at this. Palmer, he might have been playing possum a little bit, but Johnson, oh, landing on the apron and delivering a big right kick. And now let's see what Johnson's going to do, climbing up to the top rope, I think. Yes, all the way to the top. And oh my goodness, Palmer pushed the referee and got him out of the way, enabling him to deliver a very low blow to the Gigolo. Oh, look at this, a reverse roll-up. 2, 3, and the referee counts 3, and Palmer has won. Well, the centerfold certainly put one over on Gigolo James Johnson.
Was I right? Was I right, Rob?
Well, it looks like tonight, indeed, Mathew Palmer was the superior wrestler. I have a feeling, though, that they may very well meet again at some point, whether it's here in IHWE or elsewhere. But whenever you see their names on the marquee, do not miss it. Still to come, we've got the main event, the street fight. Darren Childs takes on the Beast Franco D'Angelo. That is next from IHWE All Out Insanity.